Para todas aquellas personas que no tuvieron la oportunidad de estar ayer en el directo de Gears of War 4, yo se los traigo al canal. Obviamente no va a durar 5 horas como el día de ayer, pero las cosas más importantes sí las van a ver. En todo este video estarán viendo dos tomas: la toma del chavo que venía con su team de 5 y la toma de la chava que venía con su team de 5. Los dos teams estaban compitiendo para ver quién llegaba primero a la oleada 50. El que llegara primero ganaba la competencia.
It's actually useful to, they won't spawn a so you want to place the fabricator someplace where it will restrict the spawn.
So you can kind of define the play space a little bit vis-a-vis
a little bit,
the
exactly.
The
so what you're going to see is a lot of across the map spawns, and then a little bit of things spawning around to the sides of them like they did here. So it looks like Dell's the sniper here. You can see he's got the Mark 1 and the long shot, both are really good headshot weapons.
And what kind of enemies are we going to see coming in here?
Well, it's going to be a mixture. So one of the things we want to do is really just have that human versus non-human. So that's a shock tracker.
Okay.
So that's a little rolling ball of damage.
Okay.
And
It's a rolling ball of hurt.
Damage. Yeah, exactly. Well, and especially on hardcore, in casual and normal, it'll hurt, but it won't necessarily down you.
All right.
When you get up to hardcore and insane, those when they pop and you're not paying attention, you'll get DB-N'd right away.
Yeah. All right, we're going back to the fabricator there. I guess I don't know. I can't see who we're seeing here.
So we have Dell here as the sniper, and we can see that Old Man Marcus is playing as the heavy. You can tell that by the boom shot on his back.
Yeah.
And so, by the way, Old Man Marcus is a.
Now they're pulling. Why is he not shooting at him? What's going on here?
I don't know. Maybe he's trying to conserve ammo.
Yeah.
Still getting a feel for it.
I mean, he's getting way in close there. I'm a little surprised.
All right, wave
we've got
one.
a wave one complete.
See,
2 minutes and 8 seconds. How's that score, Rod? 15:06.
No, it's good. It's good. But like I said, they're going to live or die by making sure the scout picks up the energy.
Right.
Because basically you could literally double the amount of energy you make per wave if you let the scout pick it up.
All right, we can see they're just getting ready for wave 2.
Yep. So I guess Zombie Dom is the sniper here again with the Mark 1 and the long shot.
You can see he's quickly scanning to see. All right, we've got a couple of enemies that they picked up and spotted here. And Rod, how do they spot?
So they just click the left stick, and one of the nice things now with the new in Gears of War 4, if you have a marked enemy and you use that TACCOM mode you saw flashing on there, you can actually see through the world and see them through
and
the walls.
TACCOM mode is left bumper.
Left bumper on the default controls.
Yep.
And so they can see the Peacemaker. That's just a normal Shepherd. Again, it's not too threatening at this point.
Now we can see here we've got, all right, looks like he's lining up to take an enemy out.
Yeah, Goldblood is known for his sniping, so.
Right. We can see the score in the upper left-hand corner, carrying 6, Fabricator 6126. What do those numbers mean?
So that's the energy that's involved right now. So he's carrying 6 energy because you get energy with the kills.
Okay.
And the Fabricator has 6,000 in it. So that tells you that you could go and repair or you could go buy something.
Picking up some more energy right there?
Yeah, so it's with 6,000, you could the engineer could afford a sentry now. So that's if they want to, then instead of just building barriers, they could actually upgrade to it.
What do you recommend in these earlier waves? Should they conserve or should they spend?
It's a little mix. Like I think for 1 and 2, you want to put down some early barriers to slow down the enemies, but then you want to start saving up a little bit to get through that 6,000 so you can get sentries out there.
Right. So here we've got a 2606 for wave 2. Feels good.
Well, I'm just saying you got to be there's a slight score and energy are 2 separate things.
Sure.
So score is what the team is going to post to a leaderboard. In this case of trying to just survive or get to 50 the fastest, we're not so worried about score.
Right.
We're really worried about like how they use their energy. Like right now they have got 1,900 in the Fabricator. That's not enough to do a sentry. It's probably enough to do a barrier if they wanted to. So.
And those are fixed amounts, right?
Yeah, but through your skills as an engineer, you can actually reduce that cost.
Great. And could we talk a little bit about the classes?
Yeah, so here we can see we gave them some advice early on and said the scouts should try to rock. So you can see right there, 198 plus 198. Yep. That's the scout doubling the energy. So that's the bonus the scouts get. And because the scouts are our frontliners, so the ones right out on the tip of the spear, it's good to have that double shotgun. So they're running out there, and so they're using the new overkill, which is it fires on pull and it fires on release. And so you can use it to great effect by how you do that.
Yeah, I played this last night with this weapon. This weapon's a lot of fun. Now, what are these enemies we have here?
Those are the DB Shepherds. So those are the basic sort of the DB unit.
Okay.
And so there we go, wave 3. They're moving fast, only 1:16 on that one.
All right, they're picking up speed.
Okay, and over in Femstep, they still haven't quite finished off wave 3 yet. They only have 2 enemies left. So one of the tricks and tips is to leave one enemy alive, like they do now,
Yep.
and go around and clean up all the energy while it still counts as in combat, and then come back and finish them off. But
Yeah, I mean, that's classic Horde mode strategy right
exactly.
there.
Leave that one alive. And see, they're doing that right now. That they're doubling up all that energy.
Yeah, let them walk around and just kind of scoop up as much as you can to get ready.
And kite that enemy around if you can, or if it's DBNO, let it crawl. Don't finish it too quick.
Yep. Here he comes. He's coming in. Now we can't hear the teams communicating, but it's going to be interesting to see if.
There's the new vault kick.
Yep. If the teams are just if they're communicating and say, "Hey, don't kill him yet."
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Stay away. But they're going to finish it off now.
There we go. Wave 3 complete.
That's going to be an interesting because it is a race.
Right.
So that little game, like now they're a couple of minutes behind.
Right.
So it'll be
But they
interesting.
may have more ammo and they may have got more energy.
Right,
All right, now
you
what
see
do we
Goku's
have for
already on
enemies
wave
coming in
4.
here?
So here you can see there's a bonus objective now, where basically they've been challenged to try to finish the wave before that timer runs out. And if they get there, they'll get a bunch of airdrops, which will be a bunch of free weapons or more energy and those sorts of things. So they've got
when does that
challenge.
happen? When do these bonus waves?
Sort of every few waves, you'll get a different kind of one. And one of the tricks, the tips we told them was like, hey, let's say like right now in wave 4, you succeed and you get an airdrop. Don't open it right away. Save it to like the boss wave if you can, because what it'll give you is a bunch of really great weapons. You don't want to use it right away.
So will the weapons actually, when it lands, will the weapons, is that what you get, or is it when you open it?
No, they're crates. You'll get a couple of crates. That'll be right back by the fabricators. So here we can see the juvies. They're being attacked by juvies now.
Yep.
So down to 3. The scouts picking up all the energy. They pick up that energy, see double the energy there. They have 1 left.
All right, so
and they have to kill that one
hopefully
before the 30 seconds are up if they want to get the airdrop.
I see. So they're gonna actually play in the game here because they're gonna go around and scoop as much as they can. All right, they took them out 4-4.
Right, because they wanted to get that bonus. They wanted to get those crates waiting for them back.
Now, where will we see the crate come in?
Well, my favorite is 5 rocket launchers. You get the 5 4-shot rocket launchers, which are awesome for boss waves or heavy. But it could be a bunch of grenades. It could be a bunch of extra energy. So again, it looks like Steph is playing a scout, Reyna, Kate's mom, and again she's rocking the 2 shotguns. And they're coming up on finishing
Got
wave
2
4
enemies
themselves.
left. They're chewing through this.
They are, yeah, no, the early waves, now, the enemies haven't been enhanced at all.
Sure.
So when you see this thing in the scoreboard, it says poisons.
Yep.
Poisons are basically enhancements to the enemies to make them tougher.
Okay.
So when we go to wave 11, the enemies will get double health.
Oh boy.
And then they'll get to, in 21, they'll get to double damage. In 31, they'll get to double accuracy. And then the 41, it'll be 2.5 across
So
all
the
of
enemies
them.
are continuously being buffed.
Correct.
Right.
As it goes. So it'll just get harder, harder, and harder.
Yep.
But the hopeful thing is that they'll have fortifications in place that they'll be becoming more and more entrenched.
Now, I'm not seeing any fortifications. I'm not seeing many fortifications right now.
They're
Is that
playing
normal?
Yeah, at this point, they're playing it pretty light. Like I said, in the first 4 waves,
see one right there.
super confident.
Yeah.
But I think as they get into wave 6, 7, they're going to start building more stuff.
And we can see behind, I think we saw the drops, right?
Yeah, those little airplane symbols are pointing to those crates, so those airdrops.
Right.
And
your recommendation is don't touch them right now.
Right, and if you compare it with a new fortification, we have a brand new one called the weapons locker. It's a way to store weapons and they'll reload it for you. And
Wow.
so you don't lose that heavy between waves. You can actually put it in a locker.
And then it
hold on
comes
to
out as brand new.
Exactly, fully
Right.
reloaded.
All right.
So if you can combine that with like the weapons locker with a rocket launcher, you'll be able to have that thing carry it all through all the waves.
All right, we are at 5 waves right now with this team.
And Gold Glove was already down once on wave 5. Come on.
And so, Step, they are both at wave 5.
Yeah, they just kicked off wave 5. So, but again, they got 10 seconds before the enemies start. So
Now, one of the things we're going to notice that we can do Horde on different maps, of course.
Yeah, you play Horde on all the same maps. So we have 10 maps in the box. You can play Horde on all of them. And we're planning on releasing 2 maps every month after release, and you'll be able to play Horde on all of them. So you'll have a lot of variety of things.
Now we can see we've got some of the enemies making their way through some of the barriers right now, right?
Yeah. So here's one there, the Guardian. That's one of our new flying
what is
robot
that?
enemies. So that's one of our bigger enemies that has a shield that kind of force co-op play. You want to work together. You need to double team that, take down his shield, and
Look
then
at
take
that
him out. But what's nice about him is he essentially brings you a heavy weapon. You can take him down, you can actually go up to him and rip out the weapon out of him and take that, keep that, and put it in a weapons locker or use it.
And what kind of weapon is that?
So one called the Guardian is a tri-shot. It's like a 3-barrel chain gun. If it's called a Sentinel, that's the one carrying that rocket launcher I was talking about, the salvo.
We got look at this.
That was a lot of guys down.
Wow. That was
for wave 5. That was a lot of guys down.
I'd be getting nervous. I would be getting nervous.
I know. There's no, you know, I have to say that like they've taken on a legitimate challenge. If something does go horribly wrong, they've taken on a legitimate challenge. I give them full credit for willing to step up to try this. So we got one person down. Oh, see exploding headshot. Yep. There with the sniper from Gold Glove. That's really important. Those scions with the boom shot and the buzz kill can be.
Can we talk a little bit about the buzz kill? We saw that last night. This is a new weapon to Gears 4. Explain how it works, and I'm sure we'll see it later on.
So the buzz kill is basically it's a weapon that's based on tools. So one of the things we had 25 years of peace before this story, and so we wanted to come at it from like where would you get more weapons, and tools is like a good place to go.
Right.
And so we have this. Essentially a large saw that would cut through a road or concrete, and it actually can throw the blades out, the circular saw blades out. What's cool is that they can actually bounce around the walls, and you can bounce them back.
So they'll
on
react
people.
to the environment.
Yeah, so that you can actually ricochet them around corners and those sorts of things.
All right, here we go. We are now wave 6.
Up to there, she took down Guardian.
And so that means there's a heavy weapon sitting right there.
Yeah,
and
so
we can see that signified, right?
The other thing you'll see here is that as you take out those trackers, those shock trackers, will actually leave shock grenades on the ground for you to pick up. So, and those will be pretty effective. So she's choosing not to pick up the tri-shot because it would slow her down. Because the scout speed is most important. And so she's bringing back. She has 1,300. Bringing that back.
So if she gets killed, you lose that. Is that correct?
She'll drop it on the ground.
She'll drop it on the ground, so it has to be recovered. Her character will lose it.
Well, that's one of the new things too, is that when you can actually, I'm sure we'll see it. So I may not have to describe it too much, but if somebody dies, they'll actually leave their cog tags on the ground, and a teammate can go pick it up, bring it back to the fabricator, and resurrect them. And the first one's free, but everyone after that will start to cost energy.
Right.
So you can get it to where, like, if you're resurrecting a 3rd and 4th teammate, you'll actually be out of energy.
So the fabricator can actually print units.
Exactly. Exactly. 3D print another character, another life. So here we see the Pouncer. So the Pouncer is an enemy, one of the first enemies we designed actually, and it's a co-op enemy because it actually pins you down and you need to be freed with it. So it serves 2 roles. It serves a sort of pinning role where it fires its quills from its tail at you like this. Looks like it forces you into cover.
Yeah, looks like
and then once you get into cover, it'll try to flush you out by landing on it and kicking you out, and then it'll try to pin you down.
There you can see coming in close.
Yeah, so Gold Glove's using the new robot sniper rifle, the Ambar. And so it's all about knowing to let go when the reticle comes together.
I had a lot of problems with that weapon last night because I just didn't understand the dynamic.
There's a little bit of a curve on that one.
Yeah.
It's a robot weapon. It takes, it's not meant for a human. There we go. So the Pouncer down.
That's it.
And you can see that was a double stack of energy. They had the 2 lightning bolts there, so you want the scout to pick that up for sure.
So we're sitting here at wave 7. We have 1 enemy left. We'll see if they're going to hold off and go kind of scoop up some of the ammo and keep it interesting. Nope, they're going to tap out pretty quickly.
Yeah, sometimes like if the last thing alive is the Pouncer, something can interrupt. And so when you go over to Fem Steph, and she's finishing that, she's about halfway through wave 7 here. And again, this is where it starts getting the bigger ones. So with the robot side, you get what we call the DR1 protector. That's where the larger robots can hop over cover. If you get it to critical damage, it'll charge at you to try to self-destruct.
Now I just saw it looks like we had a turret set up behind us.
It's probably Sentry, yeah. A lot of times it's Sentry. Yeah, the turret's a little bit more expensive.
Yeah, there it is. You can see it.
We do that all the time. There you go. Nice.
All right, 4 enemies left here, sitting in wave 7, down to 2.
Yep, just 2 left. So again, now we sign with the buzzkill here. So I don't think we want to leave that one as the last one alive. It's pretty dangerous. Oh, the elite drone from behind.
Oh, that
I told you, that's the guy you got to watch for. That drone elite.
Holy cow.
There's no DBNO with him. He just chainsaws you from behind.
You can see the tip of the screen there carrying the team's cog back to the fabricator to resurrect them.
That's right.
But he's not going to do it this time.
Guy Blaze. I think we have. Can someone write that down? Guy Blaze first death. Yeah, in the first of 50. Because we'll have to talk to him about that afterwards. So we're on wave 8. So Gold Glove is about 1/3 of a wave ahead of Fem Steph right now. He's he's doing work. I have to admit, Gold Glove is doing work here with the M-bar and the long shot. He's got the explosive heads going, and he's doing a good job.
It looks like they adopted similar strategies in terms of where to set up this camp. Is that, am I following this correctly?
Yeah, as we were telling them, that setting up at spawn is a good choice here because it allows you to kind of push the enemy at the other side of the map. So they have to kind of work their way to you. So that is a good choice.
You know, and as we saw just a moment ago, with Guy Blaze, you know, you've got to watch your 6.
I'm telling you, once you get past wave 5 and those drone elites show up for a while, those are dangerous. Those will come out of nowhere.
Now, you had mentioned earlier before we got started that things could get interesting right around this wave. I mean, they're always interesting, but they're going to get pretty interesting very soon.
Yeah, well, it's because of the heavies coming in. When you get like the Pouncer and the DR1s and the Guardians, like this round 7 and 8, it gets tough.
Right.
And what's happened is when I was saying, like, if you look at 18 will be tough, but now double health. And then when you get to 28, it's double health and double damage.
Right.
And then it gets a little harder, right? So it's this round, any round that ends with a 7 or an 8 is a little tricky. Bye-bye, Reyna.
No.
If they don't get her up, she's going to lose her head.
They
got her up. See, that's the Anya coming to save the day. Nice.
Oh, it's a pouncer
Top fade out of there.
That is.
There you go. Nice.
That's a tough enemy.
Pouncer's a tough enemy for sure. And if you don't free up in time, that tongue comes out, grabs your head, and rips it right off.
Yeah, this is not good. No bueno.
No bueno.
All right. Little nade out to the center. 2 of them out.
Oh, got a silent ultra with that.
Sit here, wave 8. We've got 5 enemies left.
Now they're moving it. So they have an objective, which they're not caring about at all.
Right, so we see that in the upper left-hand corner. What is that mean?
So that's basically using your bayonet. So either chainsaw or your retro bayonet. If you kill 6 enemies, you chainsaw 6 enemies. With either your retro bayonet or your chainsaw, you would get that airdrop. But they still have one in the bank, so I think they're feeling pretty confident because they haven't opened the first one they got.
And how long does that bonus option stay there? Is it just through the round?
Just for that one wave.
Just for that one wave.
Oh!
What is that?
That was a Scion boom shot. Just took out a couple of wounded. Took one down and took one out. So they got to go recover from that because it's early in wave 9. As I was saying, like these later waves with those Scions, you really want your sniper doing work here, taking those Scions out really quickly.
Now he just dropped. What weapon is he picking up here?
He's using the long shot with the explosive headshot. The big pop there.
Yeah, so we see he had the tri-shot, but he had to put it down because we had this. Oh, look at that! It came in pretty close.
As if headshots weren't good enough. Exploding headshots are so much better. So the dangerous things I warned them backstage about is at this point, you're going to start feeling this urge to group together and stay close together and watch each other's back. But a Scion boom shot can put one shell in amongst you and take the entire team out.
Okay.
So it's actually
there. Look at that low right-hand corner. Looks like we had some bonuses there.
Oh, now they're doing work on the headshot.
All right, we got 4 enemies left. Wave 9. Scores going up, but more importantly, the Fabricator doing pretty well.
Gotta watch out for him.
Now, if we need to resurrect somebody with the cog tags that we talked about earlier, how much is that?
It goes up with every one. Okay. So it starts off free. The first one's always free.
Right.
But then with each one after that, it goes up. So I think it's a couple thousand. It goes up and up and up and up. And then eventually your Fabricator will be dry, and you just won't be able to recover it.
So we can see they're running around picking enemy up. Oh, we've got this one enemy on the map still.
Yeah, he's a dangerous one with the drop shot, but you know, at a certain point you have to trade off time for energy. So now we go to our first boss wave.
All right, so what's going to happen here and how is it different?
So on the 10s, you'll get a boss wave. You'll either be one of a bunch of different bosses. Relic doesn't have the Kestrel. The Kestrels are a helicopter, but because of the ceiling, the Kestrel doesn't show up in Relic. So it's probably going to be a Snatcher or a Carrier. That would be my guess coming into this. So, so Gold Glove we're seeing in about 14. You'll hear a scream, and then we'll start looking around, and we'll see what it is.
All right. Don't know what it is. We're going to find out in just about 7 seconds. See what the boss is going to be coming into Wave 10. You're watching Wave 10. You're watching Horde 3.0 right now. This is the first look at this game mode coming to Gears of War 4.
So here we go. We're going on with Wave 10, and again, the boss won't be by himself. There'll be a bunch of stuff in here with it.
Right.
I think I saw some cankers in the air, so I'm going to go with Carrier. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm pretty sure.
So we got something going over here.
Something in the air. here. Yeah, that's definitely a carrier. So you see
him off on the way on the right-hand side.
Yeah,
there he is.
There you go.
And they're setting up. What's he got here? He's got a tri-shot.
That's the tri-shot. Now, the interesting with the tri-shot, it'll start to slow down as it overheats.
Sure.
So he's got to use the right bumper to cool it, to vent it.
We know that mechanic.
Sorry?
We know that mechanic.
Yeah, exactly. You got to cool it. But again, it's not alone, so but everybody focuses too much on the carrier. Somebody's going to get chainsaw from behind or a headshot, drop
And does
shot.
the carrier come in with a fixed set of scouts? Oh, that was cool.
Oh, the cankers in?
Yeah.
No, that's just part of its ammo. It's long-range attacks. But you can see there's the scions now. They've got a mulcher scion. You got to watch out for those guys. Got scion, drop shot scions. So a lot of heavy. So we need that sniper taking those guys out.
Yeah, he's got to get some distance in there.
Yeah, Gold Glove needs to create some separation here. As that carrier's coming in now. The carrier's a little vulnerable in the belly, so when you see that chest open up like that, you really want to get a shot in.
You want to get that shot in there.
Yeah,
That's the key.
There's actually a really great trick. If you've got a boom shot, when that chest opens up and the cankers go out, you throw a grenade or a boom shot, it hurts them and pops all the cankers that you just launched.
That's
you can actually take it all out at the same time.
You didn't tell them that, did you?
No, that one I left. That's just between us.
All right, sitting here, wave 10. We've got quite a few enemies left, as you can see in the upper
there's people down and people out, so you got to go get those guys back in.
Now, what just happened there?
So that was a resurrection. Picked up the cog tag, brought it over, pulse of blue light goes out, and the person's back in the game. Again, that first one was free. Oh, if you get too close, those cankers go straight. Only 2 enemies left though, so one of them is that carrier, so they just got to focus fire. I think that was it for the carrier. There you go, wave 10.
Nice, very, very good. Wave 10 complete.
I think FemStep was still finishing up 10 if I remember correctly.
All right.
Okay, here we go. They're getting set up now. So again, this should be a little bit of time to kind of get reorganized and a little bit of a lull again. It'll get back to a little bit easier to get back to trackers, back to the shepherds, the peacekeepers.
We can see right there, enemy health 2 times.
Exactly. So poison number 1 is in effect. We got 3 enemies left on wave 10 over with FemStep, so they did a good job holding everybody off. They're going around trying to pick up that double energy. So they're just a little bit behind. They're about like 4 or 5 enemies behind.
Yep. I want to point out that what you're watching is Horda 3.0 coming to Gears of War 4 later this year on Xbox. Rod, you guys are pretty far along in the development process, right? You're almost gold.
There's a reason I'm here and not back up in Vancouver. Is we're closing it up.
So also I want to point out Gears of War 4 is a Play Anywhere title.
Xbox Play, or yeah, the XBA, where if you order it digitally, you on either console or Win 10, you get play for free on the other device.
You essentially get 2 platforms for the price of 1.
Absolutely, and it shares your progress, shares your achievements, shares your content.
Yep.
So you can stop playing at home and start playing at work right where you left off.
Right. That's the beauty of this. And of course, the Windows 10 version is going to be in a glorious, glorious 4K.
Yeah, it looks really, really good. It looks really good.
All right, Wave 11 complete.
Yeah, they're moving quick.
They certainly are, aren't they?
Well, they're starting off with Wave 11 for FemStep. So they're about now a wave behind. So and we just had the pre-orders on the Windows 10 store just went up for the PC version, I think yesterday.
Yep. So if you're interested in the PC version, you want to buy that.
The Win 10 version.
So
you can do that now.
You guys have had a heck of a time up there. I mean, I've had the privilege of joining you at the studio frequently, and it's a beautiful studio up there in Vancouver, British Columbia, and it's of course I want to talk about the console.
Gears of War custom console. Yeah, absolutely. We're super excited about that.
Beautiful console. This is a fairly limited edition console. It's the Xbox One S. It's the first limited edition we've done of the Xbox One S.
Yeah, and it's not just a paint job. We've got laser etching so deep it catches fire when they manufacture it.
Yep.
It's got custom sound effects on eject and power on and power off.
I urge you to go check you and I did a video of, last month, so I urge you to go out and search your YouTubes for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's get back to the game here. We're sitting here, Wave 11 on Horda 3.0.
I have to really give it up to the teams right now playing the roles. Like you look at when you go to Gold Glove, he's doing a great job as a sniper, and you go to FemStep, she's doing a great job as a scout. Like she's going out there and frontlining to get that energy, and she's bringing it back and setting up the engineer for success.
Now we haven't really talked about the classes too much. Can you kind of go through the classes and how that selection works?
Sure. There's basically 5 classes. There's the engineer, the scout, the soldier, the heavy, and the sniper. And you know, when you played Overrun in Gears of War Judgment, we had classes, but it was tied to a character, and they were very limited in sort of what the flexibility was. That's not the case here. Any character can play any class. You have a bunch of variety in what skills you want to play, so you're not limited in that way.
Is it one class per team?
No, you can mix it up as much as you want.
We can play all engineers if we want.
If we want to, yeah. You won't succeed, but you can play that way if you want. You know, and because you really want, again, I highly recommend at least one scout and at least one engineer. The rest of it, yeah, have fun with. But you really want to get that double energy, and you really want to have that cheaper fortification. So there comes those shock trackers, and again, if you're lucky, occasionally they drop a shock grenade for you.
Now I want to talk about, we talked about the Fabricator. We've certainly seen that throughout the match so far. It's an important, pivotal element of Horde 3.0. What happens if the enemies get to that? They're not going to do any damage to that, are they?
No, it can't be damaged. It can be used for cover, so it's a good thing to hide behind if you have to.
Okay.
But we didn't want to make it such that the enemies could destroy it, because then you kind of have no place to go from there. So we made it an indestructible element.
But it's where you place it is super critical.
Well, what's nice is that you can adapt. You can actually move it once it's placed. So if you feel like, you know what, this isn't working for us, we're starting to struggle, we made a mistake because we didn't know the map or something, you can actually pick it up, move it around, and place it down and keep going from there. And that's one of the things we really wanted, that emergent gameplay. Allow you to adapt and change your strategies as you're playing.
Now we're seeing them run around and pick up the energy.
Yeah, because they're doing the same thing, that kiting that one enemy, leaving it alive while they go and clean up the rest.
And this, I mean, I remember playing Horde 1 and Horde 2. That's kind of an old Horde secret or tip.
Yeah, exactly. It was like shoot them in the knees, get them crawling, and then go clean up stuff.
Let them just
pick up your
bleed
shield. Back in Gears 2 was all about the shield and planting the shield.
Right. Do we have something similar to that in Horde 3.0, the shield?
No, we don't. So that was something we wanted to go with the other other fortifications. So planting shields is not something in.
Well, can we talk? I mean, we see some of the barbed wire down here, but what are some of the fortifications that the Fabricator can produce?
It's got a bunch. So one of the more basic early ones is the barriers. And so the barriers, again, as you use the Fabricator, you
can see one off to the left there.
Yeah, and so as you put energy in and you spend energy building stuff, it'll actually increase the Fabricator's level from levels 1 up to through 4.
Okay.
So a level 1 barrier, as an example, is the spikes, the caltrops on the ground.
Yep.
Then once it upgrades it, when you go to buy a barrier, you'll actually buy that razor wire or the barbed wire barrier.
Looks like we're in a bonus mode here.
No, so yeah, we have a bonus objective. So again, they have to try to finish Wave 13 in 1 minute and 32 seconds now. And again, they'll get another airdrop if they do.
So this kind of pushes the game along a little bit. We talked a moment ago about that strategy of keeping one of the enemies alive while you scoop up the ammo and whatnot. But here, now it's just the opposite. It's like, let's get them out as quickly as possible because you want that airdrop.
Yeah, exactly. And there's even a really cool objective, which is getting a certain 10 kills within a 30-second window. And so you have to it's not only the whole wave, it's how quickly can you get those 10 kills in a row.
Now, one thing, I think you guys released it. I don't recall. Did you release your achievement list?
Not yet.
Okay, so can we talk about that? You want to give a little tip what kind of achievements we're going to get for Horde?
Yeah, it's about showing progress. One would assume there's an achievement for getting through 1 through 50.
Putting you on the hot seat, Ron.
Yeah, exactly. Jeez. But yeah, there's a bunch of Horde achievements. One of the things we want to do is to make sure there's achievements allowing for all kinds of players. I mean, there's some people who are like campaign players, some people are Horde players, some people are versus players. And we want to really play and make sure everybody has an opportunity to get a good amount of achievements. What you see them going by right there is the decoy.
Yep.
So decoy is, you set that up to draw enemy fire, or when they get close to you, they'll actually get distracted by it and try to melee it. So it's a good thing to set up in front of a sentry, because as they get pulled to it, the sentry will finish them off. Yeah, exactly. It's like bait.
Yeah.
So you want to have that bait out there in front of a sentry. Looks like I think it's Gold Glove's team has a turret out there for the heavy, so the heavy gets a bonus for using turrets.
Yep.
And what you'll see here down in this spot, in that area now that Gold Glove is looking into, it kind of becomes like a death hallway right there, because a lot of the enemies will flow down into the stairs. It's a choke point.
Yeah.
So if when we play it, what we'll end up doing is putting sentries looking down into that bowl, and so as they're coming in, it'll just do the work for you.
Right. Now it's just a valley of death when you do that.
Exactly. So the Deadeye they've spotted there, that's a robot sniper. And so you'll see that glow coming off the end of their weapon to tell you they're about to shoot at you. So it's something that tells you want to hit the deck when that happens. Yeah, put your head down, yeah. But they'll bring you the M bar essentially. If you can take them out, you can get their M bar, so you get their sniper rifle and use it against them.
There's a
Oh
good shot.
god, that explosive headshot is just so good.
You know, one thing, Rod, I want to talk to you about is with all of the we've worked on Gears for a long time, but with all of the Gears games, there's something visceral about the weapons. It feels so good when you're shooting them. What do you guys do up there to tune them?
It's really about recognizing the fact that the weapons are kind of characters unto themselves. You know,
Right.
It's one of those things that we look at other games, we call it gun porn, right? It's like just like they can put on 12 different stocks and 17 sights and all these attachments. And
Right.
I think the gun just kind of loses what the gun is. It can be anything.
Right.
Whereas for us, a boom shot is a boom shot. A long shot is a long shot. Like they're very defined weapons, and so we try to put a lot of effort into making them feel special, making sure that sound effect is really strong, and it feels really good to use in your hands, right?
Yeah,
So
the vibration feels good. Everything about it just feels good. And of course, we've got the active reload, something that the Gears franchise pioneered, and then you still have active reload.
Yeah, we do for sure, but they have different abilities now, like especially in multiplayer. Active reload has changed a little bit. It works off a cooldown timer, so people don't have to empty their clip before they get the
Yep.
bonus, and it's a good evolution of that mechanic. I think Ryan did a good job on that.
All right, so we're kind of walking around here. There's that one enemy left. We're kind of around scooping up all the energy, getting the weapons, topping off my ammo, and just making sure that I'm ready for wave 15.
Yeah, they're letting FemSteph go and do it. She's the scout. She's doing her job. She's going out there, picking that stuff up, dropping it off. There you go, 3,000 deposited. So now the engineer is able to start building using that 4,000.
What do you recommend they build at this point?
Yeah, it's really about at this point I'd be looking at, especially if you've got like Gold Glove, he's got the airdrops bonuses there. I'd be saving up for, like, they already have it. They've got 7,000. I'd build a weapons locker. So I think that having a weapons locker is a great way to allow you to go pick up those heavy weapons, put them in the bank, all those sorts of things. So I would definitely be looking at that with that 7,000.
All right,
Otherwise, the Shock Sentry is an amazing weapon for sort of stunning. Again, aiming right down into that Valley of the Dead, I think is a great thing for the Shock Sentry. It stuns them. Here we go, is going to grab the try shot out of the Guardian. Nice.
That's quite the weapon.
It is. And that's a good weapon for the heavy. So a good thing for Gold Glove to do now as the sniper would be actually to go give it to the guy playing the heavy, and then what she's trying to do there with Oscar, say like, hey, I brought you something, go pick it up, you'll get a bonus using it. So they're just starting off wave 16. I think they might have separated a little even further from
Oh, look at that.
from Steph. See, the barriers doing a good job there slowing down the swarm, so while they're caught up in there, you want to try to take them out. You have to play a lot more fast.
So we're now just a little bit over, probably like about a third of the way through.
Yeah, and this is, like I said, putting anything ending with an 8, a 9, or a 0 is pretty rough. So
Are you happy with what you're seeing so far with their play style, or is there anything that's popping off going, wait a minute, they're going to have some problems later on?
I think probably the one thing I would say for Gold Glove's team, I think it's maybe I'd like the engineer to be doing a little bit more. I think there's some, I think the scout could be a little bit more aggressive, and I think the engineer could be placing the sentries and the shock sentries a little bit in a sort of better, more strategic placement. On FemSteph's side, I'm seeing her do a great job as a scout. I haven't really seen the sniper come off as much on that side, but we haven't really been following the sniper.
There's a lot going on here.
Yeah, well now so the shock sentry's trying to shoot through there, but it's kind of blocked. Again, I think they really should move one of those sentries over to the right.
Yeah, they've got a blind spot over here to the right.
And a lot of guys are choking up there. Like Gold Glove is having to use his sniping ability on these guys coming through the wire, where a sentry could just be doing that for him.
And rip him down because he's trying to get through the barrier, and the sentry could just start tearing him down.
Yeah, exactly. Because what you want to do is you start pushing forward a little bit so that you can almost own everything up to that wall in front of the Valley of the Dead. You want to start putting sentries into that. And
you want to set up this really clear perimeter.
Oh, and we have a Pouncer kill. FemSteph got taken out by the Pouncer.
I guess we don't have the ability to show that again, but that would be
no, it would be nice to rewind and see. Oh, we got multiple people down.
All right, looks like they're back up. All right, looks like we've got a bonus objective just popped up in the upper left-hand corner.
Yeah, this one again is a tricky. So like FemSteph could be charging, using that bayonet charge to start advancing that to try to get 6 kills, but sometimes you just feel like you're just fighting for your life, and you kind of don't want to be running out there trying to chainsaw or retro charge anyone. So I totally get why they're not necessarily going after this objective.
Yeah.
So a couple of the characters you're seeing here are pre-ordered exclusives. So I don't
let's talk about that.
I don't want people to be disappointed when they go like, "Where's my zombie Dom? Where's my old man Marcus?" Like, what you see Zombie Dom and his brains as he's playing.
Yeah.
Those are part of our pre-order exclusives. So if you want to play as Zombie Dom, you want to play as Old Man Marcus, or you want to play as Tamara or Anya, the only way to do that is to pre-order the game, whether from retail or digitally, and you'll get those characters plus a Gold Wave Nasher and the Gold Wave Lancer as well, 2 cool weapon skins.
Wave 17 complete. They did it. They made it through.
Oh, they're getting a little sweaty though.
Back in a good position.
Yeah, they're getting stuff for repairs now. They can put reload.
We haven't seen the UI for what they can select from the Fabricator. So what are some of the higher end elements that can come out of the Fabricator?
Well, usually it's like, again, you can get up into the shock sentry. The turret is one of the big ones. The weapons locker is another.
Yep.
You have the decoys. You have the barriers.
We've seen the decoy. We've seen we haven't seen the weapon locker on the board yet, have we?
No, and part of that is a little bit to do with just not being familiar with it. I tried to get across to them as sort of a backstage to say like, hey, there's this new thing. You're not going to immediately see its value, but it actually is really valuable when you can start banking those heavy weapons. So hopefully.
We haven't actually seen any of the new animations where you can pull somebody over the cover yet, have we?
No, and again, that's just new players to Gears of War 4. If this was the Coalition team, they'd be doing it left, right, and center, but it's people who just kind of fall back when they get under stress. They do what they know.
There's a lot new in Gears of War 4. Of course, you have this incredible campaign that you've been working on, and this is the multiplayer. It's a lot going on up there, Rod.
It is. Well, we want to have, we're always focused on co-op, so we have our split-screen couch co-op for both for Horde and Versus and campaign, but having this 5-player co-op PvE mode is obviously has been really important to us ever since Gears 2. So we were really excited to bring it back and bring it back in a big way. Oh, a nice headshot there.
This is good. This is a good
Gears
going
bringing
on
that. So you can see the engineers going around and repairing all the fortifications, and again, while they have that lull in between.
The Fabricator's now up to 7. What are those? Is that energy?
They got the Salvo rocket launcher going there, so that's good. They're
all right,
they're setting up pretty strong.
Locker.
So they got extra energy here off their one of their airdrops they opened. They're going to finish off the last one and advance on to Wave 19.
All right, you're watching Horde 3.0. We're finishing up Wave 19. We're getting a boss soon, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. This is a double challenge. You can see
here we're seeing the value of the weapons locker.
Right, and you can see it's got a 2 on it. That's the level 2. It's got 2 weapon slots. They upgraded it as part of their fabric. Same thing there. You see the sentry with a 2 on it. We try to make it really clear what level each of your fortifications on, so you can tell just visually right away. Oh, and it's the Snatcher. So Snatcher's tough because the Snatcher's got a really strong melee. So she's just going to come in and start stomping on your fortifications. So you kind of want to get things out of the way, and you want to take her out pretty quick. And if she DP-knows you, she'll actually pick you up, put her in her belly, and then crush you.
Oh, that's not going to be pleasant.
No. And so Gold Glove just made a bit of a mistake in using all the rockets, so you can't put it in the weapons locker. So you want to save that one shell if you can. So we got one down.
Let's be clear, if you drain your weapon,
it goes away.
It goes away. So make sure you get it down to 1. Put it in the weapons locker, and you can pick it right back up again.
So somebody's inside. They got to hit the belly to free him.
This is not good.
Trying to free it. Oh, he's back out. He's back out. She's out.
Did it vomit him out?
Yeah, just his belly splits open and lets her back out.
That's Gears right there in a nutshell.
They're working at Snatchers, trying to take down that turret. I'd move that turret out of the way. It's an expensive fortification to lose if she rails up and nice.
So you can see that she's coming in.
Oh, she goes.
She is just wrecking their fortification.
Yeah, exactly. That's be expensive. I mean, the nice thing is that when you lose the fortification, it puts a bunch of energy down, so it's not a total wipe.
Right.
But it can be really costly. So if you have something super expensive like a turret, you might want to pull it back when in the boss waves. You might want to put it.
Got the team over here. They're at level 19.
So they're still working their way towards the boss.
Yep. So we could have a completely different boss, of course, for them, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, we limited the choice for this just because we wanted to keep some stuff secret for the final game.
Yeah.
So they're basically playing with either the Snatcher or the Carrier will be one of the 2 bosses that we'll get through these
But there are more in the final game.
There are more in the final game, yes. I can't tell. That turret might be... No, it's got some bullets in it, so they're just shooting.
This is, again, we need this turret over here, gang.
Yeah, we need a sentry moved over to the right, for sure. Good headshot on the sign. We got one dead over there on the right. Oof. Scout is definitely frontlining there, going toe to toe.
Yep.
Gold Club again putting in work as a sniper. Should be going down to the final 5 here in a second.
All right.
They have a lot of energy in the bank, so the engineer really should be finding ways to use 20,000
using that energy.
Yeah. There could be a lot more stuff helping. Like you don't want it to come down to just the players. The way you do this is you need those sentries, those shock sentries, those turrets. You need those to start doing the work for you.
They've got to get more fortifications, and they've got to upgrade their existing ones.
Right.
Because they are in for a long road ahead. Wave 20 complete. The action is back. Things are getting ready here, and we're starting with wave number 19 on one team, which means they are gonna have a boss wave right after this. The other team is at wave 21, which means they just finished the boss wave. We just finished that. If you're just tuning in, my name's Larry Herb, Xbox Live's Major Nelson, sitting with Rod Ferguson from the Coalition. We are playing Horde 3.0. Gears of War is going to be coming out. When's it coming out, Rod?
It is early access is October 7th. So if you get the Ultimate Edition, you can play Gears of War on October 7th. So you get that extra weekend. But we come out October 11th.
Also, if you buy the limited edition console, you also get an early.
That's actually one of the things that I'm really excited about and was really happy about is that our early access is not limited to just the digital version. So if you buy the Ultimate Edition at retail, you buy the console at retail, it also gives you early access, so you can be playing October 7th. So it's not just the digital version.
Gears of War 4 coming out on Xbox. Also, it's a Play Anywhere title, meaning if you buy the Xbox version, you actually get the Windows 10 version included. And vice versa. You buy the Windows 10 version, you will get the Xbox version. Your save transports, your save goes between the two, your progress, all of that works right there. So there's a lot of really cool stuff going on. All right, we're sitting here, we're at Wave 21. We're at Wave 21. We see they've got a tremendous amount of energy in that fabricator. It's about 17,000 energy units. They're saving that up for just a little bit later on because that fabricator they're going to be able to use to upgrade quite a bit of their fortifications and as well as lay down some new fortifications. So there's a lot going on there. All right, Wave 21 complete.
We want to do hardcore, so
as we can see, Team Gold Glove, it's certainly challenging, but they haven't gone down yet. Team FemStep is down. Now that's their 4th attempt at 20.
I think so, and I don't know what they're doing back there. They might be like giving them a running start. If I were them, I'd try to move back. We'd have them start again.
So you can actually roll with that.
Yeah, you can pick what wave you start over on, and
sure.
So I would look at doing that maybe, and to give them a couple of waves to build up some energy and put down some new fortifications. Otherwise, it's kind of hard to just be with no fortifications taking on a level 20 boss. It's going to be challenging for sure.
Yeah, they're going to be stuck at 20. On the,
Whoa! I told you that drone elite getting behind you.
That swarm drone elite just took
that
out.
wave 5. Anything 5 where that drone elite comes in, it can really mess you up. You don't want that Lancer. There you go. Nice. What's great is that the drone elite brings you a Lancer if you kill it, so that having that chainsaw on your side,
you just have to kill it.
Benefit. You just got to not let it sneak up behind you like that.
It's not showing up and dropping it at your feet. You've got to do a little bit of work.
Exactly. We can see some of the DBs are getting caught up in the barriers now, which is, again, they've upgraded to electric barriers.
We can see those electric barriers off to the left.
So those are level 3 barriers. So those are the fabricator continues to be upgraded. Looks like FemStep and them are going right back at it.
All right, they're still at level 20 here, which
they just need to we already got with someone dead down as well. The second one down. Guy Blaze is dead now, so that's 2 dead. Again, they're playing super aggressive. They even got a carrier. They had a nice break on getting the new boss. So
this is a boss wave. Team FemStep has had a difficult time getting this, getting past level 20, and this is not easy.
No, again, a double health boss, but you know the snatch. Now they're
She is, wow.
Moving fast.
Tempting fate.
She is. I'm telling you, sometimes she just gets.
Oh! Look away!
Oh,
that was
nice.
That's just delightful.
And you see the shock sentry, it's a long shot, but it's not a very wide cone.
Yep.
But again, it can be used for great effect for later when you get a upgraded sentry, it can kill juvies outright. Like it doesn't just stun them.
Now we saw a little bit of he tapped the left bumper rod, which brings up what?
TACCOM.
Okay, the TACCOM will tell you everything that's going on.
And show you where your fortifications are damaged, if you're out of ammo. If somebody spotted an enemy, you can see through walls.
Where your teammates are located.
Right, where teammates are. help you figure out like where you should be playing. Again, I think they're doing a good job here, and again, keeping everything at bay. And if it were me, assuming they're going to get through this and get through 30, when they get to 31, 32, that's where I would actually start picking up some of my stuff and moving it forward a little bit.
Right.
Look at that boom shot. Lucy May doing like quad killing over there.
All right, we've got 4 enemies left in wave 29, and then we are going to see a we're going to see a new boss.
So here we go with so once you get down to 5, once it goes from a bar to a number,
yep,
the enemies do what we call the bonsai, where they'll actually start charging.
Wave 30.
Here we go. The double accuracy, double health boss. And so we're going to see how Goldcliff does here on this wave. So here comes the drop shot.
Now, how does that drop shot work, Rod?
So the drop shot is it's a new weapon in Gears of War 4. And again, it's based on a mining tool, and it's meant to like sort of validate cover. So instead of like the digger that used to go under cover, the drop shot goes over cover.
Okay.
And you can see it coming, and it has a laser line down to the ground that you can drop in, and it tells you where it's going to land. And so it can be pretty damaging. So you have to watch for that splash damage. And now that the enemy, including the Scion there with the drop shot, that hurt. That was close. They got double accuracy, so they're a lot more accurate with that. Here it comes again. So he's got to watch for that coming in if it gets too close. So he's doing a great job here with the rocket launcher. Again, though, he totally emptied it, so he can't put it in the weapons locker anymore.
So the tip here is get that weapons locker. If you're down to one round, throw it back in there and reload it. That's the beauty of the weapon. Here he's going back to the weapons locker now, and he looks like he pulled up the M bar.
Yeah, well, it's the nice thing with the sniper, the smart play for the sniper right now is like, with 2 sniper rifles, if he's running low on ammo, he can keep 1 in the weapons locker and kind of constantly reloading, so he just keeps swapping between sniper rifles.
So listen, I'm telling you right now, the weapons locker is something you're going to want to do.
So they're about to lose this sentry here. You can see that, see that 3 stack? That was a sentry, so that's a bunch of energy left behind from a dead sentry. So they're starting to, this boss is starting to take its toll on them.
Sorry, it looks like, he just went right.
Oh, and drop shot. Watch the drop shot.
He just went right through that electrical.
Yeah, like he's got a strong smash, right? He's got this concussive wave smash.
This carrier is.
Oh, drop shot!
All right, thank God they've got that red there. Watch it is doing damage.
You gotta get Gold Glove up, and the sniper's super important right now.
There we go.
Clear out all the other minions that are around. There's our first death. Carrier's down.
Carrier's down.
Carrier's down on 30. They got 3 enemies. 1 enemy left.
1 enemy left.
Get that scout picking up all those dead fortifications, because that's a lot of energy.
Get
Look
that
at
scout out of there,
15,000 in the fabricator, so they're moving through here.
Up to 14,000 now.
There's a free resurrection right there on Burn Notice. So they're building up quick.
Look at that.
Oh,
that wave 20 is just vexing them.
It is. It is.
All right, we are starting off wave. Actually, they still got that enemy out there.
I know, they're doing a good job of like getting everything organized. That one just took one. Wave 30.
Nice.
Wave 30.
They're back at wave 40. They're having trouble here.
They got lots of money though, so in terms of where they could go with it, they got over 14,500 energy. They could be repairing. They could honestly build another turret. The carrier's a tough one for them on this because, like I said, that splash damage coming in, because they're so constrained and confined in the space now. They built this little fortification and you kind of in this room, and even though there's only 2 ways in, that means there's only 2 ways out.
Well, that means that focuses all the enemies for you to kill, but that means there's more damage inbound on you.
Absolutely. And again, Gold Glove's doing a good job taking down those cankers before they come in, but now the carrier's taking down the fences on the right side.
Not
only is the carrier coming in, open the door.
He's not just He's just not in the front door. He's coming to sit down on the sofa.
Right in the face.
Yeah.
That was so good. Even Gold Glove enjoyed being punched in the face.
Right near those stairs, right where they're right now.
And they might want to move the sentries up a little bit. Like when they're not under threat from the boss, moving them forward to have a little bit longer range would be a good idea here. See, even like with 2.5 damage, 2.5 accuracy, that idea of just standing above cover, you know, with the mulcher, it just doesn't work.
Deadly. You know, I'm having this deja vu now. You know, this is kind of what happened in Aliens, if you remember. The second one, they had these turrets downstairs. This is all I can think of, right? And we're watching it tick down. The excitement is right there.
Well, the left side is a little low on ammo, so the engineer needs to get on that one.
So that you can see that's the blue line at the bottom, right?
That's correct. Blue line is ammo, top line red is health. And you can actually, with your skills, you can actually get bonus, like an extra more than 100%, like 120% health. Depending on what skills you equip, will then, the strength of your fortifications, how fast they fire, how much ammo you can put into them, how much health they have. All this thing is dictated by the skills you choose as an engineer.
You see, the engineer is really doing his or her job here. They're in there, they're refilling, they're repairing, they're buffing these things as best they can to get them where they need to be.
Yeah, it's just a trick of using the scout to go just far enough to get enough energy to keep the engineer fed. If you get 0 on the fabricator, that's going to be a problem.
Nice, 42.
There we go, 42.
So you can see the blue bars below are missing.
Yeah, and they're pointed down to the ground.
They're like, hey, help me out. So we need an engineer to get in there.
See, they get held up. And so that's really what you got to get inside that barrier.
All right, we've got 1 enemy left. We've got 14, almost 15,000.
Probably going to take it out, so they're not going to be able to go and farm or walk the dog.
Which apparently
able
is
to walk the dog,
what
use that M-bar to full effect. And again, he's getting tagged from long range because
you
of
see
that
a little bit of
damage.
buzzkill action coming in here as well. If you look sharp, you can see them, right?
Oh yeah, the scions are coming in. They're the heavies. They're bringing the rim shot. They're bringing the buzzkill, and really that's what kind of Gold Glove's job is at this point: is to take out the heavies before they become too big of a threat. But they've done a good job. They moved the sentry forward, close to the wire.
They're refilling them. They're healing them.
Yeah, they just got to get enough energy to keep it. With 15,000 in the bank, they have plenty to keep that engineer fed.
Yeah.
So that's what's the important thing here at this point.
You're just tuning in. You're watching Horde 3.0, Gears of War 4. My name is Larry here of XBOX Live. Adrian Nelson sitting here with Rod Ferguson from the Coalition. He and I, no, we are not doing a telethon. We are on our way, the first of 50. And it's been a heck of a road, hasn't it?
What a 50 it's been. It's amazing. We're at 47 of 50 right now on Team Gold Glove.
Yep.
Team Femstep have hit a spike in difficulty with the boss wave of 40, but they are fighters. They did an amazing job hitting through 20 and taking it all the way from 20 to 40. So their skill is carrying them along. It's amazing to watch. But
got to get that engineer in to fix that, to fill up those
sentries are empty,
turrets.
but I think the engineer's the one's down there in the corner.
Now you'll notice the red bar in the upper left-hand corner. That's getting lower. Once that's the number of enemies left in the wave. Once it gets down to 5, you'll see the numerical equivalent there. Now when they gets to 5, those enemy get very aggressive and they'll just charge right in on us.
Yeah, but that's the nice thing about those red laser barriers. That helps with that sort of that bonsai charge they do here at the end. So the thing is that they're keeping the distance. Like again, 2.5 accuracy, 2.5 damage. Everything is pretty much lethal at this point. There's not a lot of DB&O'ing going on the inside.
There we go.
There's a nice headshot, and we're down to 4. We really need to get that scout. Look at all that energy. We need to get double
that scout has to get out there and get out there now. Now you notice those turrets, they're down because they're empty. We've got to get them filled. If they were filled right now, then this round would be over.
Yeah, pretty much. But I think once they pick up this energy, they're going to go walk the dog and pick up their energy, and then they're going to be able to let the engineer, when the engineer comes back, to fill up theirs and repair these sentries.
There we go, 47.
47. Yeah, and one of the things you can do, like we're already at the top at level 4, but when you pick up a fortification, if it isn't already at max level, you can upgrade it and put it back down.
And also, let's point out, with the active reload, you can see that just on the upper right-hand corner, all the weapons have active reload. And it's kind of a mini game that people remember from Gears, where where you can load it right on the point. It kind of gives you a little buff on the ammo, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it can different active reloads give different benefits for doing it, but you definitely want to get good at nailing, especially if you're the soldier. There's actually skills that play into the active reload, so that if you're good at active reload, you can do a lot of damage.
Now here he is. Look at this. He's hiding it back here.
Get the sign.
They've got one enemy left.
I don't know if they're gonna. I wonder if they're going to purposely fail 50 to make some more money? That can't be right.
All right, we've got this Scion Vulture coming in here. He's done so the last enemy left, and then we're right now we're on the doorstep of 50.
Yep, and I've got to be careful. This Mulcher could take them all out. Like, he's not messing around. If they get too cocky with this Mulcher, it could be over.
Look at him. He's wandering around looking for him.
Closing on him. Now, they're trying to let the scout go around and pick it all up, but I'm just saying, 2.5 accuracy, 2.5 damage. He just has to look at you like that. He just took out Cody. He just looked at Cody, and so you gotta be really careful.
Just what I need.
Picking up ammo.
Yep, picking up ammo. Just getting ready. They're walking the dog now.
Right. Here we go. Just gotta watch. They're playing with fire right now.
Yeah, this is they are pulling the tiger's tail.
What's happened is the sentries.
Yeah, see what happens. Look at that.
That's 2 of them down, and the sentries are out of ammo, so they're not going to help. So it's down to the 3 of them now.
Yeah, this is this.
I'm telling you, they're playing with fire. There you go.
That's it. All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. Wave 49 is
room to move. So yeah, and they're trying to get that center. They have so few fortifications. They're trying to take advantage and give the one that they have the greatest chance for them success.
Yeah, to help do the most. Okay, so you can see the boss. What boss is that coming in from the left?
It looked like, yep, carrier. You can tell by the cankers in the air. There you go. You can go. Carrier is already taken out Cody.
It's just deadly with that sniper. He's doing some wonderful damage.
Yeah, it's been a huge boon for them to be able to take out the heavies because of that. You can see those explosive headshots. It's been one of the key factors, I think, in their success. Oleadas' ability to take out those heavies with the sniper at long range.
Now they took a chance on moving that sentry up to midfield, and it looks like that sentry is out now. So that was the problem. They brought it into up to do the damage, and it was doing the damage, but there's too much focus fire by the enemies.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna see what's going on here, and
it's not looking good at this point, and I think that was it. I think that was their final push, like to try to see if they could do it.
All right, well, after something on the order of 5 hours.
Si llegaste hasta este punto, me gustaría que comentaras "me gustan los tacos" y dejaras tu manita arriba. Hasta la próxima, espero valoren esto. Quizás tú nada más lo veas como 1 hora, pero estuve más de 5 horas grabando este evento. Hasta la próxima, un fuerte abrazo desde Berriozábal, Chiapas. Bye bye.